Hello everyone, it's Brett here, Lionheart84, and I just thought I'd do this video because I've just had done the last harvest of the season, or outdoors harvest of the season on my assorted fruit trees, saplings and bushes. So I thought I'd quickly show it on video. They will feature possibly in some fruit tasting videos at some stage when I think the fruits are ripe, but the date I filmed this is Sunday the 17th of December, so it's a bit of a follow-up to the brief persimmon video I put out probably a day or so ago. I decided it was a good idea to harvest all of these because quite a lot of the persimmons are now being suddenly of interest to birds and being pecked by them. So fortunately they've not all been attacked, but nevertheless they've definitely had a go at some of them, and I'll probably try and eat those first to see if they're astringent or not. But just a quick brief look over at what I've got. These are my chocolatino persimmons, astringent variety. Mount Govla, which I believe is a hybrid between Asian and American persimmons, which actually are really good sized fruit, to be honest, much bigger than I expected, and they should also, I think, will be astringent. This variety here, smaller fruit, is Tipo. Now it is a very small tree, so that might not be representative of the size eventually of these. They may well prove to get larger as the tree gets larger. For whatever reason, it's one of the ones I've had a few years and it hasn't grown much, but it has fruited for the first time this year, and I believe Tipo is another astringent variety. These are my gyros, or gyros. I suppose it is gyro. I picked a couple that had been pecked by birds, so what I'll do is cut them in half and I'll probably give those a try. Not as orange as I was expecting them to be. Now this should be a non-astringent variety, but experience has shown me that unfortunately here in our cold climate, the so-called non-astringent ones still appear to hold on to a bit of astringency. I don't know why that would be, but they're also fairly low in sugar content. These are my Fuyu persimmons. Left a couple on the tree that have been half eaten by birds, but there's still a few left in. Interestingly, they're quite soft, so I think they're going to be, most of them will be ready to eat already, and of course they are meant to be a non-astringent variety. And this interesting one here is the only one I got off this tree, which I'm quite excited about, and this is a Hiro Tananashi. Now I believe this is one of the persimmons that works quite well with drying, but I'm not going to bother because obviously I've only got the one persimmon this year, so there seems no point in drying it. What I'm going to do is leave it in a bag with an apple to ripen further and try and see if it's got any more sweetness than some of the other ones, but it would be a candidate for Hoshigaki in the future, which is the name I believe they use for drying persimmons. These are the last of the Morris Burtons. I left 2 or 3 on the tree to see if they would ripen better. Probably edible. And of course, amazingly, on the 17th of December I've picked my last mammoth. Now I decided to pick these because they haven't dropped, but I suspect they're not going to ripen further in the climate now, and if we get more frosts it actually seems to bruise and damage the inside of the fruit, so I thought there's no point leaving them on any longer. Again, I could pop them in a bag perhaps with an apple for a day or two to see if they soften up, but they feel quite firm. But I will have a look at them the next day or two and see if they're edible or not. So I thought that would be interesting just to show the varieties that I had left to pick. Obviously I've picked Muscat and Costata and at least one other variety which I forget of the persimmons, but I'd left these ones on the tree for longer, and I'll sort out the ones that have been damaged by birds and then decide what to do with the others and when to taste them. So thanks for watching the video. Please give me a thumbs up. Not bad for my first what I call proper harvest. I've only had 1 or 2 odd persimmons before, so I'm really pleased about what I've had this year. And bear in mind the trees are in containers, so just to get a few trees would be nice. I'm most impressed by the Mount Govla, to be honest, but I think as I'm going to repot probably all of my persimmons this year into much bigger fabric pots, that possibly most of them will take off next year. And I left half a dozen persimmons that are very badly chewed on the plants for the birds to enjoy if we get any cold weather. So thanks for watching. Please give me a thumbs up. You're welcome to share the video. Subscribe to my channel, of course. Remember to click on the bell if you want updates on any new videos I put out, which will include perhaps a tasting on some of these persimmons to see if there's any sweetness in them. Catch up with you all soon. Brett out for now.